Hi, this is Monty from Mopart Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently come into us. This is our lovely 2012 Ford Focus 2-litre TDCi Titanium X Powershift automatic. That's a long one then. Lovely car, really high specification. I'll tell you all about it. Going to briefly walk around the car now, but give you a more detailed view very shortly. Great service history with this vehicle. We will be MOTing it before it goes out to anybody, so it has a nice fresh MOT. Now, if you're wondering what this colour of this car is, it's called Lunar Sky. It's a sort of greyish kind of brown. But I'd probably say closer to grey really, like a kind of anthracite grey. Lovely car, lovely colour as well. She's covered about 76,500 miles. I think it's a bit less than that, but I think I've just rounded it 76.5 because we will be using the vehicle like I do with all my cars. I don't keep a vast array of stock, I only keep about a dozen cars, but we drive every single one of them just to make sure everything is okay. Now please feel free to do any checks you want to do in terms of MOT checks. I'm not too sure what you can do in terms of calling dealers up because you have got some service history with Ford. You'll see the Evans Halshaw number plates on there. That's who originally supplied the car, and they've done most of the servicing on her as well. Okay, now these videos tend to take about, I don't know, about 10 minutes long. I'll try and be as brief as possible. But again, reading my reviews, everything so far is all 5-star, and the reason we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We try and tell you how it is, so when you kind of have a look at the car, it should be as I've described it. No more, no less. Now, I am only human. I don't intentionally go out to mislead anybody, don't want to get anybody down here under any kind of false pretenses, etc. But we'll, you know, if I have missed anything, I haven't done it intentionally. I mean, we've all been there before, guys. We've seen photographs of a car, looks absolutely stunning. You go and have a look at it, it's nothing like in the photographs. So please bear in mind, she is 7.5 years of age, coming up to 8 years of age, done 76,000 miles. She's not going to be a brand new car, but we're not asking brand new money for it either. All right. So front and rear parking sensors, xenon headlamps are standard, daylight running lights, you can probably just see them on as well. You've got 17-inch alloy wheels. You've got navigation on this car, blind spot assist, so it tells you if there's anything in your blind spot when you're driving down, especially on motorways. Show you inside as well. We've got 2 keys with the car. Excuse the bleeping there. Let me just switch the ignition on there for a second. That'll stop all the bleeping. No, it won't. Let's get rid of all that. Apologies. We'll hear the bleeping there until I close all the doors because I've got the these have got these kind of remote keys on there as well. So apologies for the bleeping that's going on in the background. So we've got half leather interior. You've got electric seats on the driver's side. Let's see if we can try and. No, we're not going to be able to do anything with that. Oh, I know what it was. It was the light. Apologies, I had it on side light, so my apologies. I thought it shouldn't be doing that. So let's start off again inside here. So you've got Bluetooth connectivity for your phone, you've got cruise control, you've got climate control, air conditioning, heated front screen as well as obviously the rear one. You've also got this kind of mood lighting, so the lighting inside the car here you can change from sort of like blues, purples, oranges, reds, that type of thing. You've got the Sony upgraded unit with navigation, DAB, push button start, you can probably just see it there. As I mentioned, we have got 2 keys with the car. Your heated seats are down here. Okay, now what I mentioned about sort of blind spot assist, in the mirrors here, let's just try and show you. You've got these kind of little amber lights, you won't really pick it up too well. You might see a picture of the car there. So you've got, so it'll pick up any kind of cars in your blind spot. You've got high beam assist, you've got lots of extras on this car. So if you're worried about what it's got on there, give me a call, I'll tell you all about it. So keyless start, keys are in here. You've got 2 keys, you haven't got to plug anything in, just have it inside the car and you just start her up. I'm sure there's lots I've missed in there as well. Folding mirrors, electric and heated mirrors as well. Lots of storage. I think this was an extra called a storage pack or something like that, where you've got these extra little kind of cubby holes. We've left the armrest down with a couple of cup holders there as well. Hopefully that all looks good in here. Privacy glass or tinted windows were standard on this particular range. Hopefully all that door panel all looks good. A couple of little watermarks on here. I cleaned it earlier on. Now let's just go down the side of the car. Hopefully you can try and pick up some of the reflections. You've got a building over there. Hopefully you can pick that all up. I'm going to show you from the front to the back. So there's a couple of bits and pieces I want to show you. Okay, and hopefully you can see that's all kind of dent free, nice, it's bright, there's no kind of dulling of paintwork, etc., that type of thing. Now there'll be a few little stone chips on the bumper. I will show you them very shortly. Looks like it's recently had some brake pads and discs fitted to it. They're quite new. Right, so around this wing, I just picked it up because I couldn't remember where it was. Around this wing here, there's some touch-ups that have been done. I'm not too sure if you can try and pick it up. They're around here. Okay, we've tried to touch it up as best as we possibly can. So again, this is all about honesty. If I took a picture from here, you wouldn't pick any of that up. If I took a picture from there, you wouldn't pick it up. Just want to show it to you. Okay, so there's a couple of little touch-ups that we had to do on the wing. Showed you all inside the back. Alloy wheels all look really good. I think this one had a couple of little scuffs which are around that edge there, which we've touched up. Front and rear mud flaps on the vehicle as well. Front and rear parking sensors, as I mentioned. Hopefully that all looks good. Let's just open the boot for you. So you've got 60-40 split folding seats in the car. Hopefully that all looks good to you. Full set of book packs and locking wheel nut keys, obviously. As I mentioned, privacy glass was standard on this particular car as well. So let's just try and squat down, hopefully try and so you can pick up down the side of the car. It all looks good. Again, the reflections you're getting are what you're seeing down there. Hopefully that looks okay to you. Show you inside the door panels. They'll look fine. There's no kind of bad staining, no kind of tearing, ripping. The seats all looking really fine fettle. You've got Isofix on the rear seats. That goes under there. Sort of baby seats fit in there. So you've got the bars for the Isofix. All the backs of the seats all look absolutely fine. You've got lumbar adjustment for driver and passenger, and you've got adjustable height for the passenger seat. So it's manual on this side, electric on the driver side. Hopefully you can try and pick that all up. All looks really good in there. All the stitching looks really good. No nasty rips or lots of wear, etc. You've got a full set of mats in the car as well. Hopefully all the door panels look all good. And let's just go from the front of the car to the back. Now, when it leaves us today, it's going to our prep guys. They're just going to check the vehicle over, make sure everything's okay. Now, one thing I do know I need to do is put another set of front tyres on the car, because they have got to the wear limits on the front, mainly on this side, not the other one. The other one isn't too bad, but I'll be changing the two front tyres. Now, I'll either be putting on sort of two, I don't know, new sort of budget tyres, or if I find a couple of quality with good tread, sort of like, I don't know, Continentals, Pirellis, that type of thing, I'll put them on. All right, but we will be changing. I know that for a fact. They have told me that already. Okay, hopefully that all looks good. Let me just show you the alloy wheel on this side as well, just so you can pick up. There's no nasty digs or anything like that. It's absolutely fine, that alloy wheel. couple of little marks were on it, but we've touched them up. So front of the car, you have got a few little marks on the vehicle. Now we've done our very best to touch everything up. A couple of little bits and pieces along the leading edge of the bonnet, but we have done them. A couple of little bits and pieces around the headlamp, and we've done them as well. Most of the time it's always the lower leading edge. There were a couple of stone chips, and we've done our very best. Fairness, there is another one I've just noticed, which I will touch up, which is down the bottom there. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, so we're just over 10 minutes now. Hopefully that's given you enough information on the car. So briefly tell you about the warranties. All of our cars will come with 6 months warranty. Use 2 different companies. We try and give you the best warranties we can out there. We don't only cover you just for an engine and gearbox up to £250. No, claim limit is up to £2,000 per claim, and your total amount that you can claim is the cost price of the car. So you buy a car from us for 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, that's what you can claim. It's also done on 100% parts and labour paid for. So there's no contribution from you, the customer, apart from the first £75, which is like an admin fee or an excess fee that they'll charge you. A lot of the other warranties out there that garages will supply, maybe only 3 months, will only give you £250. You may have to pay half the bill. No, we try and tick as many boxes for you: air conditioning, suspension, emissions, etc. Any of the additional add-ons will only be an excess of a total claim limit of £250. But if you just had a standard policy, you wouldn't have any of the additional add-ons like air conditioning, emissions, suspension. Anyway, I've babbled on enough. Thank you very much if you've persevered to the end of the video. If you're interested in this car or anything else at Mopar Vehicles, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone, give us a call, text message, email, whatever you want to do, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you again for your time. Bye bye.